And now we're about to have a special surprise guest on the couch. See if you can guess who it is.
Arthur, your mother called. She wants to see you this morning.
I will remain here and box with Amanda, and then I'll have my music lesson with Kanye West.
Out now!
Make me.
Ow! That really hurt! If it's not out of this ring, 1 minute, bite your other ear off.
The time has come to set aside childish things. I'm going to offer you an ultimatum. You're going to marry Susan Johnson, or you're cut off.
I shall get married when I fall in love.
Congratulations, you've just lost $950 million.
Actually, Susan is a very special girl, isn't she?
You can't live without the money.
I get a job.
Get a job.
I am a grown man. Don't let that undermine what I just said. Welcome to Dylan's Candy Bar!
Quick word in the back, please.
Is that word promotion?
No, Susan, stop it!
My bed is made of magnets. Get me out of here! At least something in this room is attracted to you.
Well, let's go meet the man himself. Russell Brand, how are you?
All right, Paul.
Ladies and gentlemen of Good News Week, please welcome to the show author, actor, stand-up, raconteur, ex-ladies man.
Raconteur's not a job, nor is ladies' man.
Working ladies man.
I think if you accept money for that, it becomes a legal issue.
Okay. We're going to start with a few word association games. Is that all right with you?
Word association game. Trite, derivative.
Yeah.
Maybe go on, carry on.
Here we go. Snake-hipped dandy.
Lizard-hipped fop.
I like it.
Rake.
Rake. Rake's a good one. Acting.
Job. Repetitive job.
Helen Mirren.
Four.
You like it?
I love her.
Have you seen her early work?
Is that a euphemism? That sounds like the sort of thing that people that belong to like a pornographic club would say. Have you seen her early work? Oh, yes.
Sobriety.
1 day at a time.
Hair.
Four.
Shall we go a bit deeper?
Let's see.
Okay. Did you enjoy making the film Arthur?
The film Arthur was a nice film to make.
Okay. How did you feel wandering around the streets of New York in your blue underpants?
It felt like I'd woken up from a dream to find that the dream was real, and I was still in my underpants. Like if you have a dream where you're in your underpants, or perhaps a dream where you're having dental work done against your will, and then you awaken from that dream in a cold sweat, or a hot sweat, or a sweat of any temperature,
yes,
only to discover that it wasn't a dream, but just something you were watching happening through your eyes while awake.
Right. Were people taking photographs of you on the streets of New York while you're running around your underpants?
People were doing that, I think some for their job, and some just because they happened to be there and happened to have cameras, so it was sort of circumstantial photography. Like, you know, earlier today I took a photograph of what I would call an ibis, is that right?
An ibis, yes. The beautiful Egyptian bird, once considered a
pest?
God. Yeah,
a god?
A god. The ibis was a god.
That's the opposite of a pest.
Well, in ancient Egypt it was considered a bit of a god, the ibis.
And then it went from god to a pest.
Nasty pest.
What a journey. You start off as a god and then...
It's downhill from there.
Yeah, that's it. I suppose if you start as a god, where have you got to go?
Have you got to go?
You can't become, like, what do gods worship? Who knows? Each other?
Depends on, yeah,
we'd have to look at Hellenistic faiths.
Yeah,
what did the gods worship? They
many
kind of
gods.
liked us, the people.
What about Helen Mirren? What was she like to work with? Did you learn anything from Helen?
I learned a lot from heron.
Heron?
Yeah, which is type of... It's sort of like an ibis, but a bit longer.
What about the Christopher Cross song, called Between the Moon and New York City? I was dismayed it didn't come in until the final credits.
I didn't mind, really.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I just sort of think, fine, put it on after in the car when you're on your way home.
On your way home, yeah.
Or listen to it while you're gardening.
Yeah. Or stay around for the end credits and...
You're supposed to watch those credits, they're there for a reason.
Yeah. Well, all the people that worked on it, there's so many people that worked on it.
Tirelessly. The gentlemen that surround us now, for example, probably at the end of your programme...
Yeah. A bevy of beauties, by the way.
It's very dark, so it's difficult to judge them physically, but my feeling is that they're attractive men.
Very attractive.
If I were you, Paul, I would insist that people worked topless on the show.
Would you like that?
I'd like it for this brief time that I'm here, but I think for you it would be more of a continual factor.
It's a grotesquerie, my body, though. Yeah. It is.
Don't
you look
say
beautiful.
that.
No, you look beautiful. Well, you've been
Your
on the big
body's
screen.
probably nice.
No, it's a horror.
It's a grotesquerie.
It's a horror.
What do you mean?
It's a
It's like
horror
a sort of a Baroque performance.
Well,
it's
it's
a
just-
comment on anatomy.
It's covered in these tiny little unctuous sort of moly things.
Oh, come
and on
on.
the back, it's a hairy growth.
Why are you talking about yourself in this way?
I
You're
wanna-
as God made you, Paul, and I would like to celebrate you, if not through actual nudity, through drawings of you sent by viewers in the nude.
I would love people to do that. If you want to do drawings of me in the nude, I would be honoured. Was there a moment in Arthur, he grows up, is there a moment that you felt you grew up
In life,
in life?
I think growing up is a collection of moments. Like, think of your own life. You can't say, oh, there was that moment there where I made this terrible detrimental judgment of my own body. It must have been a series of incidents, a moment in a locker room.
Part of a continuum.
Perhaps you're Australian, so you would have been forced to go surfing and to do all the numerous sports that Australian men are obliged to do. And then in your mind you would have developed some, in my view, needless insecurity.
I should be sitting on the couch there and you should be talking to me. Shall we try that for a second? I'll throw away these daft questions as well.
They didn't help you, did they?
I didn't
those
help.
things,
You're even
they?
comfortable on that chair, which is fantastic. I'm awkward. Okay. Though, look at your pants and the camel of the chair.
Well, that's a
Beautiful.
worry, because I feel like I'm melting into it.
You almost disappear. Your groin disappears for me into that chair.
Well, I wish my groin would disappear for you psychologically, because it's too much the focus of your mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you please thank the beautiful Russell Brand?
We've barely begun our
Oh, would
analysis.
you like to talk to me about myself?
No, as long as you're happy.
I'm happy. Up next, more beautiful things.